Welcome tankers, this is Destronov and I am making my first video here, and this first video is going to focus about this subject, aimbots or not. And why am I making a video of this very boring subject? Well, I am making a review of the Chinukai tank, and part of that work is to go through some replays. I just want to see the maximum capacity of the tank, the optimal performance that you can deliver in this Chinukai tank. So I came across a replay where one guy made like 4,000 in damage. That was to me very impressive. I downloaded the replay, and after watching it there was some questions raised. What got my attention was the strange relationship between the aiming and the reticle. It seemed like even though he was aiming straight at the enemy target, the reticle was homing into weak spots such as ammo racks, engine and tracks. So I did compile a video out of 3 replays, and 2 of those replays is Chinukai matches. One is his, where he makes the 4,000 damage, and one is mine, so you can compare the behavior of the aiming. And the last match is a T62 match where he makes some 9,000 in damage, and he's platooning with his clan members, and there is some strange comments coming from them that increases the suspicion even further. So if you want to watch that video, just click the link down here and you will skip directly to it. So if you didn't click the link, then you're still with me, and we're going to talk about the current situation of cheats in World of Tanks. What kind of cheats are there out there? I did conduct a smaller research, and what I found was links and sites promoting different kind of cheats, such as aimbots, wall hacks, free gold and free experience hacks. I also tried to download these cheats. The thing I ended up with was a computer filled with viruses, and I also had to perform quite a few services online. And this is pretty much what it seems to be about. These sites try to make you partake in surveys, so whatever deal they have with whatever company can bring them some money, and the companies in their turn can try to get your customer details so they can try to sell you stuff that you don't really need. Well, you know all about those kinds of scams, so I'm not going to go into it any further. One of the sites promoting these kind of hacks is this site, World of Tanks Mega Hack. They apparently they offer some kind of bundle stuff with aimbot, speed hack, wall hack, double experience per battle hack and whatnot. The site in itself is pretty neatly done. It has these buttons where it says secure, undetected and stuff. It almost gives you a feeling that this could be almost an official site. I mean, something that World of Tanks are supporting or something. Well, I did try this specific download, and it was, as I said earlier, it was just giving me a lot of surveys to do, and my computer got stuffed with viruses. So this is a scam, and 90% or more of the sites and links that promote these kind of hacks and cheats are scams. So how does these cheats seem to work? Well, when you actually find a cheat that works, I'm not 100%, but after seeing that replay, that suspicious replay that got me to make this video, I do think that there are at least aimbots out there that works. Well, as I did tell you before in this video, you can see that there seems to be a strange relationship between the actual aiming and the reticle. It seems like the reticle independently find weak spots and calculate the trajectory and the speed of the target to get an optimal shot. The free gold and free experience hacks, well, I don't think they work, because this game is server-side, and I don't think you can hack the server and stuff your account filled with golds and experience and credits. So we are finally getting to the replays, and I'm going to show you guys a video compiled out of 3 replays. The first replay is the 4000 damage Shinukai match that he had, the game that really got me suspicious. And the second is one of my Shinukai matches, so you can compare how the aiming works in his match and mine. You will see that there are some differences that's quite strange. The last game is a T62A game that he has, where he makes almost 9000 in damage. He is platooning at the time with some of his clan members, and there are some strange comments coming from them. So let's watch the replays, and you can decide for yourself if there is something fishy about this replay or not. I think it is, but what's your opinion, guys? So this is the replay I have been talking about. The Shinukai match where Mr. Ipman won, makes almost 4000 in damage, and according to me there is some strange behavior of the aiming. We're going to speed things up to get into some interesting situation. The Shinukai can absolutely perform like this, but I don't think that I'm not sure if he would get this result, because he gets quite a few engine fires and stuff that kind of increases his result. So we're just speeding things up here. There's nothing really interesting happen in the beginning. He's soon going to take some shots at the KV-1 tank, and he takes most of these shots in the dark quite confidently, and I think it's, I don't know, of course I do also take shots in the dark, but I think it's he's like taking these shots very casual, as he really knows that the tank is there, and he just takes him out. So here we start with the shooting. Nothing strange actually, but I mean, first hit, and then the KV-1 goes stealth, and he continues shooting. 1 shot, 2 shots, and the 3rd shot coming with the kill. And then he's just putting back very quickly. He's just, I mean, he's not waiting to. I would wait to see if the KV-1 was killed, but he's like he knows it even before the result comes out. Well, so here I think is some strange things going on with the reticle. Watch here how it glues to the building there, and the shot, it doesn't go into the wall. It finds its way to the target, even though he missed. So he's going to continue shooting at this E25, and there's also some strange things happening here, in my opinion. Watch how the reticle kind of jumping around, looking for weak spots, and not really fluidly following the actual aiming as it should do, in my opinion. I think it's how it works is like you have a hotkey on the keyboard or what, and when you push it, the aimbot is activated, and it will look for weak spots in the target. This is something that's really possible to do with some programming on your side of the game. I mean, this is a server-side based game, but there's some things that you can do on your part of the game, like this to enhance the performance. Nothing really strange here. He's just taking the shots at this M6, but there you can see the reticle is just jumping around. It's very strange. M6 killed, and he's going for the Black Prince, which is protecting the base in a very vulnerable position.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
I don't know if there's something strange here, but perhaps he's like taking guidance from the aimbot, and because the aimbot finds the best target and he is just naturally looking for that target. Some of the sights and some of the like the weak spot camouflage of the tanks, that's because I have mods. I'm not sure that he has it, but that's how it looks for me when I play. Look here at how the reticle is jumping around. It's very strange. He's aiming straight at the tank, but sometimes it's just like glues to weak spots, and it just yeah, strange.
Enemy armor is damaged.
In my opinion, there is some shot coming up at going for a Panther tank, and those, in my opinion, are perhaps the most suspicious. He is changing position now because he's getting disturbed from this 88. Yeah. So the attack from the southwest from the enemy, he's going to defend that, and he's taking shots at this Stug. Nothing really strange about this. It's just aim straight at it, and hopefully it will penetrate and kill the Stug, which he does. Good kill, Mr. Ipman. So here you can see, like, nothing really strange now, but as the Panther starts moving, it gets a bit strange, in my opinion. Taking the shots, getting hit, and now there's a somewhat strange sequence. You can see the aim. Watch closely now how the aiming and the reticle works in relationship to each other. You can see that the aiming is in front of the tank, but the reticle seems to jump around, sticking to some weak spots at the Panther tank. Why is it doing like that? It's like, what I think is that he's like pushing the hotkey for the aimbot and then releasing it, and so on, and that's why the aiming behaves like this. Very strange, in my opinion.
Penetration. We've torched him.
Yeah, he kills the Panther with the engine shot, and that's the last damage that he makes in the match. But he has some dark shots, so he's now, you can see, he's up to 3,178 in damage, and totally he made something like 3,800 in damage. So let's go to my replay and we can compare how my aiming works and how that looks. So this is my Chinikai match that I want to show, just to compare how my aiming works. You will see that my aiming is very fluid. That is, my reticle follows my actual aiming, as it should do, in my opinion. The Chinokai tank, what can I say about that? Well, I think it's quite decent. It's not a really strong tank, but it's not actually a piece of garbage like some other famous World of Tank YouTubers have said. That's my opinion, because I think it does have a very good gun. It has good aim and it shoots very quickly. Aim time and reload time is good, and really makes this tank work. You can see now how my aiming works. You can see that the reticle and the actual aiming is very coordinated. There is no jumping around in the reticle, and that's how it should be, in my opinion. And that was not the case in his game. We can speed things up. There's coming some positions on or situations on the east front that is most that shows what I want to show in the best way. So we had 47% to win this match, and well, You can see I'm playing with quite a few tomatoes, so yeah, the match was hard to win, and we end up losing it. But I did make a quite strong stand. So I'm coming up to the sniping position towards the east, and you can see here how my aiming is very fluidly. My reticle follows the actual aiming as it should do. What I'm trying to do here is making some damage at the M4, taking away his cover first. And you can see that there is no finding weak spots on its own. It's just fires. The reticle is just coordinated with my actual aiming.
Critical hit.
I do end up taking out this tank, I think. However, my team is slowly but surely dying off.
Gotcha.
So I got him. This is the strength with a Chinokai, taking quite, sniping shots with the quick reload and the decent damage. It does make the Chinokai quite strong in some positions. Overall, it's not a strong tank, but it's decent. It's not a really weak tank, as I talked about before. That's my opinion. Well, you can see that there is no... My aiming is as it should be. Where I actually aim is where the reticle aims. It's not like in his match where the reticle seems to find its own targets. Speed things up. We can see the full replay. As you can see, I use quite a few mods, and that's how I like to have it. I'm not I do like to have these weak spots on the camouflage. It's not something that's not allowed. Something is a very noob thing to do, but I like to have it that way. So call me noob. I am one. So you can see I'm alone here, facing 3 enemies, 2 artists. I understood that the Churchill would go cap, and what I tried to do is find the arty, take it out quickly, and then after that decapping. Very sloppy shot. You don't have time to do like that. But the Su-5 missed me, and I go get another kill, and I succeeded to escape that RT5 from the AMX. So I have to decap because he soon capped out my base. I do understand that as soon as I take shots at the Churchill, I will get spotted, and the MX is probably in the southeast position, as RT normally tends to. I succeed in decapping, and now I know my position is open, so I have to try to move around somewhat. And there is the AMX trying to aim at me. He misses me, so I should have... First of all, I should have taken that first shot with much greater care, because if I got one more shot into the AMX, then I would just have one more shot to kill him. Now I have to hit him with at least 2 shots to kill him. And it kind of makes my position so much harder. Here I make a very bad mistake, and that's angling my tank in the wrong way. I should have angled up and not showing my ass to his shot. So he ends up taking me out because I made quite a noobish mistake. I thought I was protected there, but I wasn't. Anyway, we're going to watch the T62A game now, where there is some very strange comments coming from his clan members, and there is also some strange things happening with his aiming. So let's go there. So here we come with the last replay of this video compilation, and he is Mr. Ipman 1. He is platooning with one of his clan members and one friend.
Let's go.
What's strange with this replay is, of course, some behavior of the aiming, and most strange, I would say, is comment coming from his clan member some time into the game. We can speed things up. There's nothing really strange happening here in the beginning, in my opinion, but as always, try to look at how the reticle behaves in comparison to the actual aiming. You can also try to see when he is aiming at something. It seems like he's extremely precise when it comes to aim at the side of a building, and that's what I think is a wall hack. The aiming will not, the reticle will not go into a building. It will aim in an optimal way to get a shot close into a building. Look here how it doesn't. It doesn't really come into the building. You can see how it kind of jumps there, just close to the building, but not into the building, so the shot doesn't get blocked. Well, we can move along. So I think that at least he has an aimbot and a wall hack. You can see that here it's the same thing. It doesn't move into the impenetrable object, the small cliff there. It kind of glues to an optimal position where the look here.
Enemy armor is hit.
Maybe nothing strange with that shot, but this is a very nice shot that he takes. I don't know if this is due to the aimbot or just skill, but the object is coming up, and you can see this. He's just like snapping it, and you can see how the aiming is like moving in strange ways, and then it finds its target and he makes the shot and hits. So let's move on. What I think is that his clan members, they know that he's using this aimbot, and I also think perhaps that they are using it and they want to do it quite discreetly. So that's why they tell him what they tell him later on in the game. I don't know why you would put up replays if you're using cheats, but hey, maybe he feels very proud over these results, and I think that even though he's cheating, they are very strong. I don't think he's a bad player, but I think it's a really disgusting thing to use cheats. I'm all against it. You should use whatever mods or stuff that's okay to use, and not considered as cheats. So he's speeding up things. That's a shot. And kill shot. So it's up to 2400 damage, but that will be a bit more before the game is over. It's changing positions again. And here comes a YOLO rush from the Lorraine. Not the best move, I would say. Tries to ram into death. Doesn't succeed, but kills him with last shot. Now you can see how the aiming starts to work its own magic. You can see the reticle it's finding its own way, and it's not really coordinated with the actual aiming. You can see there it's like, I guess it's now is pushing the hotkey, and the aimbot works its magic. That's my opinion.
Critical hit.
Why is this like moving a bit out from the actually aiming? Yeah, I think it's strange. Oh, Mr. Ipman, you have some explaining to do, in my opinion. I don't know what you think, guys, but yeah, that's my opinion. Oh, it's not really finding its way back to the actual aiming. It's having its own mind, so to speak. And now we're ready for the comment. Look at the comments now. I think it's his clan member. And yeah. Now Fuberman, turn it off. He says, turn it off. Turn what off? I think he was going to say it to his platoon, but it came out to both of the teams. So it was a I think it was kind of a miss. Turn it off. Turn what off? Well, strange. Very strange. Yeah, so he's up to 6,000 in damage. And he is now it's 2-on-2. Now he's alone against the object and a M103. And I think they look at the aiming here. Why is the... I don't know. I think it's strange because it seems like even in this situation the reticle is looking for its own targets. So I'm not sure, but I do think that there are too many strange things in these replays that I've shown. I don't think it has to do with with low ping or high ping. I do think it has to do with aimbot. Maybe I'm totally wrong, and maybe I owe Mr. Ipman an excuse, but I don't think so. So he's killing off the last enemy, and he made 8,734 in damage. He also had some dark shots, so it was actually higher than 9,000 in damage. So this is the compilation of videos, and I really want your opinions about this. Please comment below the video, and yeah, pretty much it from the replays. So after watching these videos, what do we think? Is the player guilty of using some kind of aim enhancing programs? I think so. I'm not sure what you think, but to me there is too much strange things going on. First, you do have the strange relationship between the actual aiming and the reticle. Why does the reticle seem to find weak spots and stuff when he's aiming directly at the tank? Why does the reticle jump around onto weak spots of the enemy tank? I think that's very strange. And then you have the when he is aiming at an obstacle, that's you have a target that's partly hidden behind an obstacle, and the aiming seems to just glue onto an optimal position where you still can make the shot without hitting the obstacle. I think that's a wall hack, and I think the first thing what's make the reticle jumping around like that, I think that is a aimbot. So I think there's at least 2 cheats in the work here. The third thing is of course the comment, which I think is very suspicious. Turn it off. Turn what off? I think that his friends that he was platooning with at the time, perhaps they are using it also, and at least they know about that the player is using these cheats, and they don't want him to use it because I mean the damage is massing up to quite a lot, and perhaps it will raise suspicion. I don't think that they thought that this guy would put out the replay, but well, I'm happy that he did, and so we got a chance to see the possible use of aimbots. So I will send these replays to Wargaming, and hopefully they will take actions against it. I will also send them, of course, a mail which explains my position and what I think about it. If they find what I think I found, then I hope that they will take some severe actions against this player. I hope that they will in time develop softwares that detects these cheats. I know that there were cheats before that you can't use anymore. If there's some software detecting it, or if the game itself won't work with the cheats, I'm not sure, but you had cheats before that really changed the game, and now you can't use them. I hope that they will they will take the actions needed against these kind of cheats. To summarize, why did I make this video? Well, I wanted to shed some lights on the possible usage of cheats, and I think it's quite serious. If players use these kind of cheats and other players are playing the game as it should be played, I mean in a fair way with you know, just those mods that perhaps help your gameplay but not really gives you a great advantage, well, I think that players who put down time, effort and money into this game, they will be very, very upset, to say the least, if other players use cheats and get advantages that they can't get by playing the game in a fair way. So in the long run, perhaps this kind of cheats even can hurt the game very seriously. The game could lose players, and the loss of players can mean that the game doesn't get attention from Wargaming because they're not making money out of it, and you won't see any development of it, and so on. In the long run, perhaps the game itself could die from the use of cheats. I think that's perhaps an extreme consequence, but it could happen. Well, I hope that Wargaming will look into this, and I hope they will take the actions needed. So I'm very lucky to have Mr. Destro here. Mr. Destro is the superhero of World of Tanks, and he's going to give us his verdict. So what does he think? Well, he says that Ipman 1 is guilty as XXXX. I don't know what the X stands for, but I think it's not a appropriate word to say here in this video. So well, I thank Mr. Destro for this opinion, and I have to say that I agree with him. I think that this player is using some kind of cheat. I think that there is what you would call an aimbot and a wall hack, and perhaps something additional. I'm not sure. But what I'm interested in now is to hear your opinions. So please comment under the video or send me emails directly or whatever. If you have experiences of the same, please report them to Wargaming. Cheaters shouldn't be allowed to use cheats. We have to work against it as a community, and Wargaming has to take actions against the cheats, because in the long run it could severely damage the game. And that pretty much summarizes what I have to say about this subject. I do hope that you liked the video. I do hope that you subscribe for more videos coming up later on. I have a Chinokai review that's a bit deeper than most reviews, I think, and I hope you will like that also if you like this video. So stay tuned for more, and good luck at the battlefield, and hopefully we will meet and we will conduct the battle without any unfair cheats. So this is Destronov signing off, and thank you very much.